The corrections department. Corrections department. I made a goof.
What'd you do?
When you were talking about the subject for most forgettable movie, I accidentally confused The Exorcist Beginnings, or whatever that thing's called. I mixed up that with Pet Sematary Beginnings, or whatever that thing
Bloodline?
is called. Yeah.
Pet Sematary Bloodline you confused with. So, who cares? You made an oopsie-doopsie.
I care, Jordan. I am a perfectionist, and not only that, but I am a movie guy, okay? And
you are a movie guy.
I said that David Duchovny was in Pet Sematary, because he is in Pet Sematary. I said that he was in Exorcist when it was really, who was it, Leslie Odom? That was in...
Thank you for downloading our recent episode. For more episodes like this, go to movieguyspodcast.podbean.com for more episodes. Enjoy the show.
My heart is full of iron. I have a lot of will, but my name's not Iron Will. You like that?
Holy cow, Jordan.
You like that?
You want to redo that? Oh my God.
No. I was so proud of myself. I came up with that today, and I was like, this is really, really, really bad. So I'm going to do it. Part 2 of our sports retrospective series for this season, where we're talking about Iron Will. Eric, how the hell are you doing today?
I'm excited to talk about this one. This is a bit of nostalgia for me. I remember watching it maybe, I don't know, was it 25 years ago now? And
sure.
Being it like, okay, this was a fun movie to watch, and for some reason I more so, it sticks out in my head, and I was just talking about this the other day, because around this time I also read a book that was very similar to this called Stone Fox.
Okay, is this based off a book, Stone Fox?
It is not, and from what I have been researching, it looks like this movie was originally, or at least, Stone Fox was originally supposed to be a screenplay, but then the publishing studio or whoever that the author gave it to said this should be a novel instead, and he wrote it as a novel. And it seems to me, and this is all through unofficial channels that I've seen online, that it looks like, as we've talked about before, Disney saw this and we're just like, oh yeah, we can steal this. Let's just change from this to this. We'll make the dog white instead of black. We'll change the name from Willie to Will.
There you go.
Yeah. We'll, instead of there being one Indian in the race, we'll have two Indians in the race. Excuse me, Native Americans. Instead of it being a $500 prize in the book, we'll have it be a $10,000 prize in the movie.
In 1917.
Yeah, these guys are just throwing around thousands of dollars like it ain't nothing. What are you doing in your free time where in 1917 you just got that kind of bag?
Well, this is the sequel to White Fang, right? I mean, not literally, but White Fang came out in 91. It was a huge hit. It made $41 million. So, hey, 3 years later, lightning strikes twice. No, 2 years later, lightning strikes twice.
Well, they made White Fang 2.
Before this movie?
White Fang 2.
Yeah, White Fang 2 came out in 1994.
Yeah.
And it made less than $10 million.
So, yeah, there was this era where it's kind of like these period pieces of adventure that was going around. Oh, here we go. Walt Disney did Adventures of Huck Finn. So, man, they were just really robbing a lot of the books.
They do that now.
Yeah, of course. I think that's catching on more and more with the internet sleuths, where they're just like, oh, wait a minute. Disney doesn't really have any original stories.
And that's okay. They never claim to be. They just take classic stories like Hamlet, Lion King, and make it better.
Cartoonify it.
Hey, I like Lion King a lot more than the play Hamlet.
Yeah, the one with Mel Gibson?
Nobody craps on Mel Gibson. No. So this is a movie where my wife confessed to me. So I played the trailer, and Riley's excited to watch it, my 8-year-old. And we start playing it, and my wife looks at me and she mouths, "I've never seen this." She thought it was
Oh,
White Fang.
awesome.
Everybody knows of this as White Fang. This is the one that people get confused on. I remember seeing this. Like this came around the time where kids, which this guy's not a kid, but this came around a time where the kids were the story, right? Like I saw this around this time. What else? The one that you introduced to me again that I haven't seen in years. The roller skating one.
Oh, Airborne?
Airborne, thank you. Like that kind of thing. Mighty Ducks, like
Yeah.
the kids have power. This guy does not look like a kid. This guy's pushing 25, 30.
Yeah, yeah. Funny about this guy who plays Will Stoneman, Mackenzie Aston. Do you know his family?
No, let's see here. Brother Sean Ashton attended Ralph and says, no. Facts of Life?
Well, you had the brother
Uh,
right there. Do you want to keep on going off of that?
yeah, let's see here. Sean S. He's Rudy.
Rudy himself,
So his
Samwise himself, and his dad. Do you know his dad?
no,
I
is it
think
Ralph?
you- I
No,
think
who's
you
his dad?
do.
Parents, Patty Duke, Janet. Oh, yep, I know the face. Um,
Gomez Adams would be the big one.
yeah. National Lampoon's Vacation, Freaky Friday. Yep. I know this guy. Wow. Yeah, Gomez.
Yeah,
Gomez.
and Patty Duke is famous in her own right as well too. With Patty
This
Duke
is a
show,
big
she's in
family.
the Miracle Worker. Yeah, it's a nepo family, and it's a big family as well. How many kids they have? Like 4 or 5.
Okay. Wow, look at that. Good for them. Yeah, I mean, like, did this guy have a career, Mackenzie? Let's see here. Oh, he did Wyatt Earp. Okay, yeah, you gotta do that one. Stranger Than Fiction, 2 days, and this. Okay, this guy didn't have a career.
No, not. He seems to be living more in TV than he does movies.
He did I Dream of Jeannie. Yeah, Psych, Bones,
Maybe
Scandal. Yeah,
maybe
Mad
some
Men.
TV
Yeah,
movies.
yeah, Agents of Shield. Everybody's in that show. Homeland. Yeah, this guy's everywhere when it comes to TV. Yeah, this guy's not a very good. I mean, I actually would believe Rudy to be the star in this. Like, I would actually believe him more than this guy.
Yeah, it seemed like this guy Mackenzie Aston is not a good actor, and that this movie pretty much shows that.
Well, well, this movie, and okay, I got tons of jokes that are inappropriate. This movie is hilarious to me because I did not pay attention to the critics. And when I saw Kevin Spacey was in this and he was chasing a young boy, I kind of laughed.
A
I'm
very
just like,
young Kevin Spacey in his first Disney movie.
oh, really? Yeah, so this was after the quarantine movie that you and I watched during COVID. Was it Breakout?
Outbreak?
One with the crazy monkey. Outbreak. Thank you.
Yes.
Crazy monkey. So this movie is based off of reality, but not really. It's based off of two different stories, but it's in 1917, and 17-year-old Will Stoneman was a mail runner for his dad in a small South Dakota town.
Yep.
Now, I don't remember the movie. I've seen this movie, right? But I don't remember the details, right? I remember
Did you fall
Dog Sled.
asleep during this movie?
I did not fall asleep. I was actually enthralled into it. I will tell you when. But if you are a parent in a Disney movie, and if you're really, really good at being a parent, you're not going to survive the first act.
Yep, that always seems to be the case, right?
This dad was so annoyingly amazing that his death sucked.
Yeah.
What a weak death.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even see that he was caught on his sled, the dad. And
He says it.
so when I looked up, well, I think looking at my phone because I was looking at facts of the movie, really. So I looked up, I was like, man, this dad just gave up. He just like, all right, well, I fell in the water, okay, bye. And then I had to be reminded that, no, he was stuck on the sled. I was like, oh, yeah, that would make more sense.
He was stuck in the sled, and He had to cut the rope so the dogs would survive, so he wouldn't drag the dogs down with him. Question, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, these dogs are supposed to be really well trained. After he cuts the rope, why would the dogs just blindly run away like that with him attached to it? Like, he could have saved his dad, right? He could have.
It does seem like a easy excuse for a death. Yeah, I guess it's one of those now as an adult you're like, well, I feel like probably it wouldn't have been that quick. I feel like we could have done something to save him a little bit. It didn't seem like that river was that deep, to be honest with you. But again,
No.
yeah, it didn't seem like the current was that hard. It's just like, well, whatever. As a kid, you get the message across. Dad dies.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, dad dies.
Yeah, I believe in the book Stone Fox. I think the Willie is raised by maybe his dad or grandpa who falls ill.
Yeah. Falls ill to the flu. Yeah. Also, speaking of which, and I'm not trying to get this deep into this, right? But this kid's 17 years old and it's 1917. This is the year that America enters World War I. At a 17-year-old kid in that time period, wouldn't he have been drafted?
Yeah, that's kind of a big part of the movie where they said that it was coming, right? That he probably would have been drafted, and I think Kevin Spacey, yeah, he does. He uses that as an excuse. Remember, because when Will goes to register for the race, and everyone's like, "Oh, this kid's just a boy. He can't do this." Kevin Spacey reminds him, like, hey, this kid's about to be drafted. He's probably going to go to war in a few months. You telling me he's not going to be able to run this race? Like, let him register. So I think he gets a pass because he's doing this.
Well, I was wondering because isn't it a stereotype? I don't know if it's true. We don't need to look it up. But isn't it a stereotype that if you go to college back in the day and you're a male, you weren't drafted?
I thought that's kind of
Is
a
that why his
usual,
dad was pushing him?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty much a thing for a lot of countries, not just America, but especially for like those who have like a compulsory service, where if you choose to not go to college, you have to enlist. Otherwise, you can do academics and use that for the betterment of the nation or whatever the excuse may be. But I thought that unless some other countries where it's just like, no, it doesn't matter, you have to do service no matter what. But yes, I thought that was basically the trade-off there, one or the other.
See, that's the thing, is that did his dad want him to go to college because you were the first generation of stonecutters? I mean, sorry, stonemen.
I think it was more so that because he
draft.
got accepted, that they were just happy. They were like, oh, that's an option, because otherwise you have to stay on the farm.
And get drafted.
Yeah.
Right. So dad drowns, right? And Gus, the white dog, ain't taking a liking to good old Will, right? Just always nips at him, right? And of course, we've seen this, been here, done this before, where he has to earn Gus's trust in order to lead the pack. Completely missed the mark on that storyline, by the way. And I don't mean to jump, but they made this clear that Gus does not respect Will. That Gus was Will's dad's dog.
That's right.
And so since Gus does not respect him, he won't listen to him. So why does he take Gus on this dog sled race? Gus doesn't put up a fight at all. Gus doesn't like, I'm not going to run for you. Meh. You know what I mean? Like, none of that stuff. There's no respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No? Am I making sense?
Good point. I get you. Yeah, I don't know if Will had a lead dog prior to this. I thought that it was more an honor for his dad, because he said that his dad, Jack, he wanted to do the race, or it was just maybe just saying it wishfully and not actually intending to do it. But I think that it was more just a way for Will to honor his father by using his lead dog.
And we talked about it off air. So he goes, no, I'm sorry, we didn't talk about this part. So then, okay, the Native American from Free Willy, this guy, whatever his name is. Argyle, is that what they called him? What was no? That was from Die Hard.
His
What was his
name's
name in Free Willy?
His name's Ned.
No, but in Free Willy.
Oh, and Free Willy, Native American 1, Randolph.
Randolph.
Yes.
Do you like how I thought it was Oregon? I'm not trying. That was a real stupid comment on my part. But his name's Ned here, and he's like, "You ain't gonna race," and Will's like, "I'm gonna race, Ned." And then he talks to the mom, all right? And then mom's like, teach him how to race, right?
Teach him the ways.
I just find it hilarious. This 17-year-old kid is sleeping in his bed, and all of a sudden Ned comes in and goes, "Wakes up," and just throws his face in the snow and shuts the door and is like, "See you later."
Training begins
starts
now.
Yeah, training begins. Man, they had this Rocky IV training montage that just needed like Hearts on Fire song or something, because this was a boring montage. He was just throwing heavy balls and
Yeah, exactly. Trust the dogs. When this happens, do this. First night, sleep 3 hours. Second night, sleep 2 hours. Third night, don't sleep at all. And
couldn't they just done this in a day?
yeah, you'd think so. The big reason why I'm happy that we chose this movie is because I think this is so basic of a sport movie, where if you were to write down the highlights or the beats of what a sport movie is, this has it, right? The young boy suffers the loss and goes into the contest, goes through the training, and against all odds, he hits all these obstacles and then overcomes everything and wins. And it feels, again, from the start of the movie, no matter what happens, you know what the ending is.
Right. Oh, it's so obvious where this is going, and I wish it didn't go this right. But the kid, after his day of training, I would argue, gets on because how long does he have? A month.
And he gets some magic Indian medicine, too.
Yes, that's true. That doesn't seem to really work, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Goes to the train house and says "Bon voyage," and he gets greeted by his love interest that doesn't have a line, I don't think. And this girl's supposed to be 17, but girl looks 40. You were trying to look her up off air. Like, did you find her?
The best I came up with is that if it is who I think it is, because I forgot who the interest's name is, and I was going to look it up. But I think that this is like one of 3 different movies that she did in the 90s. And you can't convince me otherwise that she is not like the niece of the producer who just got called in real quick. Or maybe just some local, right? Because they did this I think they filmed the majority of this in Minnesota, northern part of Minnesota. And I wonder, and they used a lot of locals, they said. I wonder if they just had... Disney came in and whoever directed this movie, let's take a look. Charles Haid.
Haid or Had? Or?
Had, sure, whatever.
Had.
That he was just like, all right, we're going to do 2-day auditions. Okay, you're going to do it. That's it. We're going. And I feel like that's how they got her.
Man, this
what
guy
a plain actress.
Oh, she's terrible. I mean, like, she looks like a local. Like, this is what, yes, I'm disrespectful to South Dakota people. She looks like that's what South Dakota women look like at 17.
Probably.
I mean,
the most courteous way that you could have said that, Jordan.
I mean, they don't see grass. They see snow every day. The rest of,
I can't disagree with you.
I mean, this is why I don't go to Seattle, because it's rainy all the time. And have you ever met a happy Seattle person?
Yes, he was crazy though, and he was eating mayonnaise on the side of the road.
My point. So he gets off, and this kid is amazing. So this kid goes from South Dakota on a train, to Winnipeg, Canada, and just walks into this huge, clearly fish out of water, like just billionaire party. Like, this thing kind of seemed secretive in a way.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It was like this, like these billionaires, like these oil moguls were like, we do this race. Did they say how long? Because I've been looking it up here. They don't say this is the blank annual. Like, is this a thing? Like, what's the?
Railroad moguls, by the way.
Yeah, well, their hands are in other cookie jars. It's like Kevin Spacey's. But I just don't understand. Like, is this the blank annual? Is this race about something, or is it just these? Because the railroad tracks follow this race all the way through.
So it's not an annual sponsored race. It is just.
Oh, it's not.
From what I have gathered in my few Googles here, that it is more so just once in a while that they will throw on a race.
So there's not like an annual. It's not like a once every 5 years kind of thing. It's just when they wake up and they're bored.
There could very well be a
Okay.
annual race that is not as large with the distance that's covered here. Because what they say, like 522 miles.
Right.
So,
which is a lot.
Yeah. So this just could be a big race that is happening. But yeah, I'm not going to. I'm not from that area, so I wouldn't be surprised if they had an annual little towny race.
Mm-hmm. And then they have all these guys, all these like Norwegian looking dudes, right? Like these Vikings, right? Like all these like stereotype there, for dog sledder guys. And here comes Skinny Will with this amazing tamed hair. I made that comment numerous times. For 1917 and being poor, this kid's hair is flowing.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, boy, you ain't going to race. And out of nowhere, because he saw a kid, especially a young man, Kevin Spacey stands up and says, I'll sponsor the kid for $10. Right? And they're like, okay, go ahead, Mr. Newspaper Man. And then Iron Will's in the race. No training, no, I don't know, what do you want, background, if you will, right? Just, okay. Right?
Well,
it'd be like if you were a
background.
No.
What do you mean? No, the movie opens with him on a sled at his farm. So
okay, so this is how I see it. I drive a car every day, right?
yes.
Okay. How this is being told to me right now is I drive a car every day. You are a millionaire, a billionaire, Eric. And all of a sudden, you go to NASCAR and say, I got a guy. I'm going to sponsor this guy to drive the race car with my whatever joke, whatever, Tampax. I don't know what the joke was.
I see it more. Thank you. I see it more of like an endurance thing because of such a great distance. So think of like Rat Race or like It's a Mad World. I think it's 4 Mads, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where
you're going to fact check yourself later.
I probably will. I'm pretty sure it's 4 Mads. It's okay. She's busy. And where there's a starting point of some professionals, some nobodies, and it's going to take you 2 weeks or a week to get you from point A to point B. And the first one there gets the grand prize.
$10,000. I want to know. I'm going to Google this right now. And I'm sorry because it's during the show, but I want to Google $10,000 in 1917 money, and I want to know what that would be nowadays.
To know this too. And while you're doing that, the trivia says that this is based off of actual participants of the Great Northern Railway that was in 1917. But the will is based off of 2 real-life participants. Albert Campbell, who was the winner, and a mixed-blood Cree trapper from Manitoba, who endured harassment from his racist competitors throughout the race.
Right, this is why
Fred
I said
Hartman
Norwegian.
is his name.
Yeah, all these guys looked like they were on the set of the thing.
Yep.
You want to know what $10,000 in 1917 is equivalent to today?
1 million, 100 million.
$246,000.
Dang. All right.
I would do this race
So
for
a
that.
quarter mil. Yeah.
That is awesome.
That's big. That's a big purse.
I don't think this race is that dangerous.
Really.
No. So, I'll kind of get into this, right? Okay, so nobody thinks the kid's gonna do it. The kid's gonna, you know, die or he's gonna quit the first day. But it seems like the way the movie's cut. So tell me if I'm seeing this wrong, but he never sleeps in the elements, right? Like they have checkpoints every night. That's how the movie seems to me, right? They have checkpoints every night.
Yes.
So you leave A and you ride all day, but then everybody hangs out at a train station at point B later that night.
Yeah, those checkpoints, and this is from what I got in the movie, are optional. If you get there, you can take whatever as much time as you need to recoup, to rest, and then you're able to. Nothing's keeping you there. There's no start time to say go or stop. So they had one part in the movie where I think one of the racers just went straight through, and he's just like, "I'll see you at the next one. You're never gonna make it. You're crazy.
I don't think
I don't care." Type of. And then many times where you had Will, who was taking a short rest, and he was leaving first.
Yeah. So here's my question. Just stupid, right? Because it's probably bitter cold. We never been dog sledding before. I'm sure it's stress on the body, right? I mean, I don't know. It just seems like to me you're just standing and dogs are pulling you, but again, I don't know. All right. Why don't you just run 24 hours with the dogs and then you already won, right? Like, don't go to the first checkpoint, just go through it. That means you already have a day's head on everybody else, right?
Sure. So your concern is valid. I get that, Jordan. But let's go over a few things. So
let's go over
we can already talk about the cold, right?
Right.
So they're in Winnipeg to St. Paul in, I'm assuming, the wintertime, kind of close to it. So let's just say
You're assuming the wintertime. It's snow everywhere.
I'm assuming the wintertime based on the snow on the ground.
Jesus.
Okay. So how cold do you think it's going to be?
I'm going to say 10 degrees.
During the day?
Sure.
So we could say it's probably going to be below zero during the night.
Probably.
And then you have wind chill on top of that.
So why aren't the dogs dead?
Well, the dogs are huskies, and they're built for that sort of temperature. But you're right, because you also have to not only take a rest for yourself, but a rest for the dogs as well, too.
Right.
They have to eat, they have to drink, they have to rest as well. And you don't want to burn them out, because I'll bring it back to the book again in Stone Fox. It was Willie, I think he only had just one dog. It was just the boy and a dog. And he had like a smaller sled. And he pushed that dog to the limit. And it came at the end of that book, the dog's heart burst before he crossed the finish line. Okay. And the story ends with him picking up his dead dog and walking him over the finish line and winning the race.
That's a good. That's how this sort of ended. Gus.
We'll come back to that because this movie has two endings.
Oh.
Yes, we'll come back to that.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that. The other part of it is just standing outside, not moving, just you standing outside for the entire day. That's gonna be exhausting, right?
Sure.
Now, you're on a sled that's moving through rough terrain here, and not even just that, but there are parts where you're pushing. He's running and pushing as well too. Snow is going to get wet. Your gear is going to get wet, and you're going to get tired. It's not just holding on. It's probably a lot of abdominal work there just to kind of hold on and keep your balance here too. Make the turns. I don't know. There's a lot going on.
I was wrong.
There's a lot of cardio.
You convinced me. I was wrong. You're right, because it's like he has no shield. All that cold air is blowing in his face, and it's probably strenuous on his body to move left and right and up and down.
Lips just getting more and more beat up the entire.
I actually liked that.
Good little effect there.
Yeah, I like that. That made it believable. While this is going on, Brian Cox shows up and playing Angus, and Brian Cox is just like, I am, a competitor, or I'm a whatever, right? He's just another rich rail guy, and he's like, I'm gonna bet the nicer railroad guy $1,000 that this kid's not. Why? Because his bald Swedish guy is the. Oh, that's right. Because he's the sponsor of the bald Swedish guy, isn't he?
It seems like a lot of these railroad or whoever these guys are who are funding had at least like 2 or 3 people per person, right?
Like NASCAR.
Yeah, exactly. And it seemed like, and listen, I'm sure that how it's going to plan out in the contract is that like, okay, hey, listen, you're the winner of my team. You get, you win the $10,000, but I get a cut of that because I fronted your travel costs, equipment costs, dog costs, everything else like that. So I probably get a cut of it too. So it's probably in the better interest for these guys to obviously want to win. That, and of course, to get the trophy as well too. So,
All right.
Thanks,
All right.
Jerry Jones.
Well, Elon Musk is going to buy that team now.
Oh boy.
Yeah. What I find laughable too is Kevin Spacey's like, it's so unrealistic, right? Because the European war is going on, World War One, right? And he's upset because nobody in America cares about his Iron Will story. Like, it's always on the back page. It's just like, I wonder why, Kevin Spacey. Maybe because,
Yeah.
World War One here, big guy. Maybe it's, yeah. Headline: Woman cold. Okay, we got it.
Why am I on page 14?
Why am I here? I can't believe this. Hey,
There's
I'm
a war
page
going
9.
on. Don't they want to read about a dog sled race?
I get an idea. I'm gonna name him Iron Will. God damn, how we came up with the name was so stupid.
When he was doing it was on the telegram or whatever it was.
I hate the bald bad guy in this. I really hate how he was all dressed in black. I hate that his dogs had, it's just black, right? Like, hey, I have an idea. How we're going to put a person as a bad guy, all dressed in black.
Yeah, he looks
If it worked for
sinister
Vader, it's going to work for Iron Will.
Looks sinister from the start.
Right. He's just mean to this kid for no reason. Okay, so I'm assuming, Eric, so this is my problem with the bad guy, right? Let's pretend you and I are the bad guy here. Okay. You and I are both the bad guy, right? We have been in hundreds of dog sled races across the world. We're very good. We're the Tom Brady's of our fashion, right? And all of a sudden, Jared Goff comes in, and we're just like, I mean, would we try to break his legs, or we'd be like, no, you're Jared Goff. We're Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need you. Like, who cares about this kid? Why would we, if we're so good, care about picking on this kid?
Exactly.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It makes absolutely no sense why he would go, well, you and I wouldn't care.
Yeah, I guess it's more, yeah, you're right. I think it's maybe suggested that he's just a dirty player. Maybe not just to Will, but to the others as well, and he'll take a spot if he can. I'm surprised that the only dirty play that he had done was really just let his dog attack the other dog. Attack Gus.
Well, no, I mean, like he would. Well, yes, you're right. That is the dirtiest thing he's done, right? There's other things they did, like he would kick a guy's sled, or he would push him or something, like he'd do little things, little bumps.
Yeah, but nothing completely like downright dirty, like food poisoning or putting something in the dog's food bowl or something like that,
right.
or rigging a sled to I don't know, break or something like that. But yeah, for the most part, I think he's just one of those guys that plays dirty a little bit, and there you go. There's just some people
I just
like
hate
that.
it. I just hate it just because I put myself into this world, and I'm just like, if I was supposed to be this big badass dog sled racer guy, like the Tom Brady of it, why would I care about some kid that's a nobody that's not going to survive the night?
You're right.
Why would I even care?
I'm not trying to defend him at all, but maybe this is the guy who is just like, hey, I play full contact. Okay, we're wearing pads and helmets for a reason, and yeah,
so.
I'm gonna go low. Okay, I don't care if it's illegal to do a chop, to sweep the leg here.
Right.
I play rough.
So his name is Dominic Sue. Got it.
Stepping on heads and everything.
Stomping on heads. Yes, that was such a jerk move, right? So the bad guy unleashes his dog to attack Gus just out of nowhere. Like, oh, God. that made you kind of be like, okay, screw this guy, hardcore, right? This guy was a jerk, but now this guy's
Well,
gonna get it.
right for Will to go at him with a gun.
Oh, that was so good, right? So that actually kind of what perked me up, right? So I'm just sitting here with the movie. I'm just like, okay, yeah. 10-year-old me was like, yeah, go Iron Will. And I just don't care.
Yeah.
And then Gus gets attacked. I'm like, okay, well, Gus and him never really had a relationship anyway. Screw it. And then all of a sudden he comes in, Will comes in, and he just punches the bad guy in the face in front of everybody. Instantly gets the respect out of all the all the dog sled racer guys, everybody in the room. I hated this kid because he kept on calling him Mister. I think that's his name.
Gee,
Like,
mister.
you get away from my dogs, Mister. And like the guy didn't really fight back. He pulled out a knife, but then well, the other guys pulled out a knife.
Yeah, I think a
It's
lot
just
of
like,
people stood up and they're just like, listen, yeah, you're a dirty player. You don't get to
Yeah.
do that. And then he punches Kevin Spacey on the way out.
He does, and then he punches Kevin Spacey. I go, oh, okay. Iron Will has some iron in him. All right,
Yeah.
let's go, bud.
And
know,
that's
let's-
for writing about me and my family for your dirty newspapers, even though we agreed to it before the race started.
Right. What did he write about? He didn't write anything bad from the movie per se. He just was like, hey, this kid came from nothing. He's racing because his dad's dead.
Yeah.
And he needs $10,000.
That's kind of like where I get it. Like, I don't, and I had said this when I was watching this. I was just like, wow, Kevin Spacey's character, hold on, what the heck's his character's name here? Harry.
Harry.
Where
Same time.
he seemed to be pretty straightforward with from the gun, right from the start,
Right.
where he's like, hey, listen, I need, don't thank me yet, kid. I need you to write papers. I need you to write the stories. And he was very straightforward about like what his intentions were. I didn't think there was any sort of fear of him being exploited or for the masses or anything like that. So for Will to do that, I think maybe he was just heated and just let it off. I get it, but I don't think at any one point Harry comes off as a bad guy.
No. He tries to be the Gordon Bombay of the movie where he's just like, okay, I'm going to change now and I'm going to help this kid.
Yeah, I get it.
But
Maybe
he's
my
in it for the money.
intentions, you're right. My intentions were to use you to get rich and famous and use my name for telling the stories. But you're right. Maybe now he's like, oh, you know what? And he gets that spark where he's like, I remember why I got this job and why I found my passion to write again. This kid has been doing it. And yeah.
I'm laughing hysterically because this guy is Gordon Bombay because all he had to say was to Iron Will, hey, Iron Will, I heard your dad's dead. Your mom need a new daddy.
Go
I'll
check
be
on
your
that boy's
daddy.
mom.
Let's go and check on. I know where she is. So, Iron Will was going to leave Gus, right? But he didn't do it. Gus wouldn't let him. Gus was barking at him. You ain't gonna leave me, right? That happens in this.
It was.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Right? It was right because he was, or maybe I read it wrong, right? Because he was gonna do something with Gus, and then Gus was kind of like just like barking at him.
He was gonna
right?
put. Then he wasn't gonna leave him. He was gonna. He took him with him, and obviously I think there was that. But he was supposed to heal him. He wanted to put the paste on it, right?
He put the paste, yeah, but okay, maybe, yeah, because you're right, because he put the paste on him, but it was that scene where he goes into the barn and he's like unhooking Gus, right?
Yes.
And then Gus is kind of like barking at him, because I took it as that was Will gonna like just keep him there. No, they'd said that, right? Something about how they were gonna keep Gus there to heal him, and then Will was like, no, he's going with me.
Yes.
So he was gonna leave Gus.
I'm trying to get the.
I already have it pulled up. I mean, like, but it doesn't specify it. But I'm just like, that's how I took it. Like that he was going to leave Gus, and that was my argument that I said at the beginning of the episode, is that the Gus Will relationship really didn't have any payoff, right? Because this is the part of the
Oh.
movie
Yeah.
where we're supposed to have Gus, where we're supposed to see that Gus respects Will
Yeah.
by not abandoning him.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Absolutely.
Stupid.
100%.
Stupid. This dog listened to Will the entire time. Also, the magic Native American flute didn't mean a damn thing.
Yeah, they got over that one pretty quick. They made
Right.
when Will was going through on one of the trails, one of the Swedish competitors was dying of he was just heating up,
Flu.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, go. I'll stay here, and Will saves him. Right, puts him on a sled. It ties up the other guy's sled, and they go to the next checkpoint and saves him. And good for him. And in doing so, he leaves the whistle accidentally behind. Which, yeah, you're right. There's a point where he discovers that he doesn't have the whistle, and it seems like a whole 5-second process where he's just like, oh, I looked around. Oh, I must have forgot that whistle. Oh yeah, that's right. I can whistle.
I can whistle, and that's going to be the theme for Gus, right? So we get the last leg of the race, right? We get the bad guy going head-to-head with Will. Will has had many opportunities in this movie to get to destinations shorter by going over lakes, but water, man, scary.
I can't. You got my dad.
All right, that has a very famous scene that was in all the trailers of them running away from the train on the bridge. Oh, Stand By Me, anybody?
Yep, good call.
Yeah, this is what that is. All right, and then we get the big race, right? Not the big race, but the grand finale, right?
The final stretch there. Yep.
Yeah, the final stretch. Thank you. The bad guy is fighting with Will. They're going back and forth, right? And then you knew how about this? Let's not make the bad guy wear all black, and his dogs also have black fur. But let's have him whip the shit out of them the entire time. It made me think of the Simpsons movie with Homer, when he's just mush, and rest. That's exactly what this guy was. This guy, and all of a sudden his dogs turn on him.
Yeah.
And I wish, and it didn't happen because it's a Disney movie, I think they killed his ass. I know I'm swearing a little bit. I'm sorry. But, those dogs were vicious, right? His leader dog bit the heck out of Gus, right?
Yeah.
Like his leader dog went for the jugular, I'm assuming, right?
Well,
this guy's dead.
No body, no death. We don't know, because I think we saw the sled run away.
Right, but we're never going to... Is there a sequel? There's not.
I hope not.
Okay, so there's no body, no death, and there's no sequel. There has to be a rule, right? There has to be a movie guy's rule to where if there's no sequel, how about this? In my world, my truth, this bad guy's jugular just got ripped out.
Okay, so
you know what I mean? That's what
Cujo
I wish.
style here.
I was gonna say Django style, but
geez.
That's what I went to.
Yeah, fair enough. That's
what I went to. Just this horror, very graphic, death.
Oh, that's a different movie. Okay.
Well, so I'm not trying to dig myself into a hole here, but the reason why I thought of Django is just because of that scene that we're thinking of.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, it's a Disney movie. It wouldn't happen, but this guy is so slimy. This guy is so bad and so evil. We as the audience deserve to see that kind of death. To this guy.
We don't. It's a simple Disney movie, man. We don't need to. I don't think there's any 8-year-olds out there who's watching a PG movie that need to see the bad guy get ripped open by a pack of dogs, man. Yep, that's what happens. You see?
Well, how about this? I'm not making myself clear. I apologize. I know we can't see this because it's a Disney movie. In my world, though, in my head, that's what happened to this dude.
Sure, I get that.
That's all I'm trying to say. And Will is coming over the mountain, right? And they have this huge thing in with St. Paul there, and people are there. His family's there, right? And Will's in the lead, and he's not even 30 yards away from the finish line, and he just collapses. Collapses.
I'm at my limit.
So I'm going to read you this 2 sentences on Wikipedia because it's hilarious. Will's sled overturns near the finish line and he collapses exhausted. Then Ned awakens the spirit of his father's dog Gus with a familiar whistle, with the crowd following suit. This whistle that Will has been doing the whole entire movie?
Yep, Will's song.
Then Ned awakens the spirit of his father's dog. What are they saying, Eric? Are they saying what?
That his dad has been inside the dog the entire time.
You said, is that
the spirit? No, not.
Oh my God. Is that what happened?
No, no, it was just that
I know.
Will song. Obviously,
Yeah.
it was familiar to Will and Gus,
Right.
and Ned knew that they needed just one little bit of gas to get in
Right.
there, and uh, I think everyone, because of Harry writing, and obviously this feel good story that's taken the front page instead of there being the war, talked about Will's song, and I think people were just happy to be a part of it, and so yeah, it's just kind of that slow clap moment, right?
Right. Well, I'm glad that they all got together and freed Willie, and now he's going to college.
Yeah,
I'm full of it tonight.
yeah, you are, but
I'm full of it.
but that's fine. Like this is like a sport movie, but it's also a kid movie that it's just so it's what we grew up on, right?
Hmm.
Like
So with that,
it's
yeah.
so cookie cutter from start to finish that I feel that you already know what's happening. I feel you could watch like a 15-20 minute version of this and get
Right.
the same effect almost than the hour 40 that this movie is.
Well, I like cookies, you like cookies, and since you said it's cookie cutter, let's see if we like this movie.
Oh, so
Oh,
the ending.
oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yes, you have the dual ending.
So originally, or well, the movie that we know, at the end, Will crosses in a photo finish, right, beating out one of the Indian brothers that were there,
Native American.
Native American brothers. Thank you, Jordan. And barely eking out a win. He drops to his knees. His mom and I guess the girlfriend that he doesn't know he has.
The 40-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah, give him a hug and roll credits. That's it. Originally, I guess they had it to where Iron Will lost.
That makes sense.
He lost Rocky style, but he earned the respect.
Hmm.
And so they did that. Film was a wrap. Everyone go home. Good night. And it was months later, I think 6 months later, where Disney, when it was doing the cut on the floor, they were just like, you know what? I don't like this version, and let's go
Hmm.
back and have them win. And they had already dismantled the set, so they had to get everyone back together again. They had to rebuild the set, and they had to reshoot the scene of him winning instead of losing. So originally, Will was supposed to lose,
I like that ending, right? That's the ending you're supposed to have.
and then he goes
Will
off
is
to
not
and then
supposed
he
to win
goes
this
off to
race.
war, and he gets killed day one.
Yes. I mean, this is the.
And his mom
I mean,
loses the farm.
no GI money. Um, because what would have happened? I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. So what would happen is that okay? So in this kind of movie, right, you would have the main bad guy, right, who is just evil, who you think is going to win, but he gets his comeuppance at the end, and then the last stretch, some random no-name character who's been in the background the entire time wins at the split of a hair, right?
Right.
But then he's so inspired by Iron Will, he's so inspired by it that he gives half of his shillings to the family,
Yeah.
right? That's how this is supposed to go.
Yeah, something like that. Or maybe Harry comes up and says like, "Hey, kid, I know you lost, but guess what? The newspaper would like to pay to save your farm."
They were talking about that because the nice railroad guy, the rich guy, was like, "I think I'm just going to give the guy the
Oh
money."
yeah, you're right. He did
He
say
said that.
that.
He was, "I'm just going to give the kid the money."
He was inspired by him and was
Right.
just like, "Oh man, don't you remember being a kid where
Don't you
you're
remember?
just grabbing the world and you go for it? Maybe I'll give the kid the money to save the farm. He's got a good story."
So a popcorn rating, I'm giving this a medium.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. This movie's not great, right? But I will put this, since I've seen this movie now as an adult, I put this movie in the same category of a very good category of dog movies that we grew up with. Homeward Bound would be
Oh,
one.
okay.
You know what I mean? Where Homeward Bound is fun. You know, it's probably not that great. I haven't seen it in years, but it's kind of in that category, right? Where it's just a boy and his dog. Because it's just him and Gus on the cover. I'm looking right at it.
Yeah.
Right? Those are the stars. The movie did surprise me. It was a very good pull at your heartstrings American story kind of, thing. I didn't think that Mackenzie Ashton was great at all. I had a great time with Kevin Spacey. He plays such a great early 1900s, 1920s newspaper mogul guy. He just seems, God, he'd be great as Citizen Kane.
He's naturally got the voice, the cadence for it.
And seeing Brian Cox in here, it's just some of these people that I've seen before. I'm just like, what are they doing in this movie, right?
Who else was in it? The guy, Richard Raley.
Richard Raley was in the beginning of it too. Richard Raley, who I personally have interviewed him before because of
I have a mat that you can
Grounded for Life.
Jump to conclusions to.
It's called Jump to Conclusions, man.
Oh man,
he actually didn't want to talk about that. All right. I actually interviewed him. The true story, one of my first podcasts I've ever did. I interviewed him, and he did not want to talk about it. He wanted to talk about Grounded for Life and other work that he's done.
I do very much like that show. I feel it was underrated.
Oh, I love that show. So this movie's a medium. It gets into a very good category of respectable films that is great to watch. This is the same as Five Goes West.
Sure.
You know, it's just in this good family fun. Not family fun, but it's, you know what I mean. So a good medium bag for me. It was okay. I'm glad I saw it again. Eric, what is your popcorn rating for Iron Will?
I agree with you 100%. I am also going to give this a medium only because it is enjoyable. It was nice to just tug at the heartstrings and nostalgia for me as well too. But this is such a basic movie. It is such a movie that I feel like Disney was like, all right, this is the trend right now. All right, let's go. We got to fill up a quota. Let's bring out this real quick. We can make this movie real quick. Let's look at the budget for this one. Because I feel like this was actually a kind of a hot thing. Balto came out next year, the year after this.
Isn't Balto pretty much this movie?
Exactly. And then you had, again, the whole Jack London thing before, the White Fang before that. So yeah, this movie grossed like $20 million. I can't imagine it cost anywhere near that to make. I'm sure the budget was maybe half of that. This movie was so like, it had to be.
They also released it January 14th of '94. They released it in the middle of winter.
Yeah. So I feel like this was just a quick movie for them to do, a holiday movie for the family to go see. And it probably worked. No sequel needed. Hour 48 runtime, and let's go. Just like you said, it's a medium. It's not great by any means. It's not a stinker. It's just, it is what it is. You knew exactly what kind of ride you were getting on before that. You could watch the trailer and be like, yeah, I know what this is.
I actually, thank you for bringing that up. I forgot to say one of my gripes is this movie's 19 minutes too long. You said it's an hour 49. It needed to be an hour and a half. It went way too long. They could have cut out a couple of days in this movie. Like, you were dragging. We didn't need this. The scene that made me mad, not to make the show go longer, it pissed me off, was when Kevin Spacey was tucking the kid into bed. And he was like, all right, kid, 2 hours. Right?
Yeah.
And then he allegedly wakes him up for 2 hours, and he's like, to Kevin Spacey, Will says, I can't move. And he's like, I'm calling you a doctor. No, I just got to get my blood flowing.
I can help you out with that, kid.
He gets the kid up, and cut. He is standing straight up on his sled going.
2 hours, okay. I'm going to stand over here in the corner, boy, and watch you.
I just cut that out. Because the kid says, I can't move.
Yeah.
Like, it's stupid stuff like that. Just, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You're right. I think they could have trimmed a bit of that, too. So what did your family think?
Oh, Riley loved it, but she's 8 years old. Gina says it's no White Fang.
Of course.
Which, of course it's not. But yeah, medium for me, medium for you. Only episode 2 of this, so let's keep it going.
There we go.
Next
We got a dog sled race on the mat there, buddy. The Iditarod has been done.
Yeah.
Iditarod, I did it done.
Yes, you did. I'm gonna did a rod in a little bit. Hey, now. I'm full of it today, bud.
What?
It doesn't.
What does that
means
mean?
nothing. It means absolutely nothing. It means nothing. It's just something for people that are listening to go, what the hell did he just
Chop
say?
a tart.
Yeah, chop a tart, bud. Chop a tart. Well, we hope all of you chop a tart. And thank you so much for listening to this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. Check us out at Movie Guys Podcast at podbean.com or wherever you get your podcast from. Thank you so much. And Eric, thank you so much for joining me. We'll be back next Thursday for another awesome episode. Have a good night. High school, college age, like we're millennials. A majority of our listeners are millennials. So these are songs, not necessarily we're top of the chart, but top of the charts. I can't talk. Right? These may have not hit number one. Top of the chart.
I like chop with the tart.
Top of the chart right there. Top of the charts. Unlike you, though, I'm not going to correct myself. I'm not going to edit that one out.
Corrections department
is. What did I say?
Very busy.
Chop on the tart? That was good.
Chopping the tart.
Chopping the tart. So these are just, this is my head, right? Of just, I don't like all these songs, but these were bangers. These were good. Some of the songs that you think that are on this list are not on this list.
Okay, well.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Eric, because we never do music. Where do you put Yeah by Usher?
Oh, man.
That
is okay, starting off
that's a banger.
Hot and heavy, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big one. That's a big one. That was a certified club banger.
Absolutely.
Well,
Usher?
Yeah.
Yeah. The only album
in that song
make me like Usher because of the quote unquote story that I don't know was actually real or not, that hype up his album.
I feel like and I might be wrong on this, but I feel like I'm not, that this song was the one that gave him his new chapter of his career. I don't want to say revitalized because he was still very much popular, right? But he was known for like the soulful R&B singer, and this gave him that pop, right? And it also turned Lil Jon into a club because he went from kind of rough and tough street bumpers to this new house kind of techno pop music that he's been doing lately. Anyway, I'm gonna put this as a 3 because it's got Ludacris in it too, and this song was just everywhere. I feel like it was an anthem.
Yeah, so Usher, I actually I don't know if I agree, meaning because I know the list, but actually yeah by Usher, but I think that's a good pick. I think that's a very, very good pick.
Forget about Game. I'm gonna spit the truth.
Okay, here we go. Next one. You ready?
Yes.
Black Parade, My Chemical Romance.
Oh man.
When I was.
So when I first heard that song, I think it was during like the VMAs or some sort of MTV award show, and I remember they played that song on the top of a roof. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't feeling it my first time around, but that's only because that song picks up. It takes a while to pick up. Slowly goes into it, and then you're just like, okay, man, I'm in it now. You have to get into it. Kind of like a Pink Floyd song almost. But is there any other song that's recognizable only by one note?
I mean, there's a huge TikTok trend of people saying, calling all millennials, and then it's, when I was. Yeah, boy. So I don't know. I mean, this song's huge. I remember I heard about My Chemical Romance because Rolling Stone, I read in college magazine at the time, that it was our generation's Sergeant Pepper's. That's what the article was.
Wonderful. Wow.
Where are you gonna put it?
Probably to go in the latter 5. Maybe a 6.
Okay. So welcome to the Black Parade, right? Welcome to the Black Parade. My Chemical Romance. I don't care if my capitals are there or not. It's just for visual aid. We're going to put Low by Flo Rida.
Oh, jeez. 8 for sure.
Hold on now. I don't like that song.
But I mean, well, I don't know if you're going to have anything worse, but I'll probably go lower now.
That song was everywhere.
Really don't like that song. I don't like a lot of Flo Rida's catalog, actually. There's maybe 1 or 2 out of his entire body of work that I'd say, okay, I can tolerate. But for the most part, I was never really a fan of his. And then obviously there's a history of, a pretty bad history of him in, legally or what he's done with his son. I'll leave people to Google on that in his own.
So where are you going to put this one then?
Probably 9. I think I'll say, because I think you can get worse than that, but I found that song just to be annoying.
Is this the one that's the boots with the fur?
Yeah, apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. And I feel like that was like the suburb mom's version of being like, yeah, I like hip hop.
Fair enough. Where do you put Single Ladies by Beyonce?
Oh, geez, that's a banger.
That's a banger. That album is huge. That album was so good that the song Halo is my wedding song.
Very nice. I love me some Beyonce, that's for sure. Now, I'm going off of song, not video, right?
No, you're just going off a song, the banger. I mean, like, to be honest with you, and I probably will disagree with me, I feel this was her peak. I Am Sasha Fierce was a pretty banging album. Almost every song was a hit. And,
sure.
That video, that song, it's great.
Yeah. Everyone has, she's gone through so many different stages. She's evolved so much, and I am a fan of Beyonce. Lemonade's my favorite, but I'll put that at 4. I think that one is a solid hit for sure. It's, I could think of a few other ones that would, personally, I'd pick over that one, but listen, that one, I feel like everyone knows that song, and everyone it comes with a dance too, so you can kind of do a dance along with it too.
Okay, here's the last rock song.
Oh.
Bring Me to Life by Evanescence.
Oh, man.
Come on now.
That's a pretty meme-worthy song there, right?
It's just... Okay, so what happened? So behind the scenes here while you're thinking. So last night we eat dinner, right? And after dinner I do the dishes. And I say, Alexa, play music that I would like. And Alexa knows I'm a millennial, right? Because my whole life is dedicated to it. And the first song is Bring Me to Life. And that's kind of what kickstarted this list. I was like, oh, wake me up inside. Oh, yeah, But what I should have done was Broken by Seether and Amy Lee.
Yeah.
Because everybody loved that one. But this one was everywhere.
Well, that one, and I think her big one was My Immortal, right? Is that the song?
Yeah, the slow one.
Yeah. I'm a fan of Amy Lee. I think she's got a great voice. I think it's unique enough. It's great. She's a good rock voice. Again, kind of a rough history with her and Seether. I know, I don't know a whole lot of their history, but I know that it was a rough road. I'll put that's a pretty solid 5. I think everyone knows that one. I think that one is international. I think everyone knows, and it's meme worthy.
Yes, hopefully I spell it right here. Evan S. Scene. Nope. There we go. Got it.
That's fine.
All right. Where do you put Back That Thing Up by Juvenile.
Oh boy.
I mean, there's some other bangers here, but
I believe you, but oh man. Okay.
I mean,
I might regret this,
mhm.
but personally, and I'm sure you and everyone will will go, yeah, that makes sense when I say this. I'm gonna put it at number one because to me, around the 99 and the 2000, Cash Money Records was huge. My evolution in rap was Death Row. I think that most people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I went and did a hard turn into No Limit. I love No Limit. I love the cases for No Limit because they were very unique, right?
Those
And
cases are legendary.
Yeah, Master P's Ghetto D or Ghetto Dope is a certified hood classic. That is a fantastic album. From there, I went to Cash Money, and Manny Fresh is probably one of my top 3 producers of all time. I love Manny Fresh. So, and I feel like, I don't know, that is just a kind of the quintessential kind of era defining music right there for me. It was a close piece of my heart. I hope I don't regret it. I know you got some bangers you said.
Well, so I make the list, and then I start to YouTube the videos last night. I started watching them, and I'm just like, oh, I remember 99, 12-year-old Jordan, like, Back That Thing Up, woke up the beast, if you will. Like, oh, you know what I mean? I just saw Kate Winslet's breast 10 years prior. We all know that story. Like, yeah. Things are happening, right? So I'm excited because I'm going to watch this music video. It is so, and this shows the times and how crazy it is. That video is so PG-13.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's not at all. And the dude, I swear to God, he has Down syndrome. I can't hear a word he's saying.
He's just got a deep Nolia accent.
Sure.
It's kind of a.
I'm going to edit that part out.
No, you got to keep it now. But man, again, that was my introduction to Manny Fresh. Big timers are just.
Blang, blang. Blang. We got that introduction.
I'm going to have to listen to it after we do this.
So this song was cool, right? So I guess I lied. This is kind of a rock song, but it's kind of a soft rock. This song was cool when it came out. You know, it was popular, but not that popular. And now, for some reason, college kids are playing this song at games. It's a big deal. Mr. Brightside, The Killers. Where are we putting this one at?
Oh, jeez. I'll put that as a 7.
I agree. Like, it's fun that this song has a second pair of legs, you know? But
yeah,
it's like,
yeah. I think that song has turned into a rock solid drinking song. Probably why they play it at karaoke bars or just bars in general. Anything that's involved around alcohol, like games and arenas. Right?
So Gen Z's, the song that we always play, Don't Stop Believin'.
Sweet Caroline? Yes.
Oh, Sweet Caroline, that'll be a better one.
Right. Those are, yeah. Mm-hmm. Don't Stop Believin' is a great one there, Jordan. Because again, you don't maybe know the entire song. You just know the 2 sentences that really matter.
Okay. We've had these a few times in our lives. Where do you put A Bad Romance by Lady Gaga?
Oh.
Jeez, that was a big hit. That was her big, like, I know Poker Face was big, but nothing was bigger than that. I
was say, if you would have put Poker Face on there, I probably would have put that at 2, just because I like electro disco stick era Gaga versus this Bad Romance Gaga. I'll put that at 8.
Okay. All right. So number 2 and number 10.
Yeah, it's either going to be good or we're going to be bad. So,
one time, this only happened one time to me, and this happened once my senior year of high school. I kissed a girl.
Oh, it's 10. Absolutely.
Katy Perry?
Yeah. Anything Katy Perry is going to be on the low end of the list.
Kissed a girl is huge.
It really is, but I'm not a fan of Katy Perry at all. I feel like she tries too hard and she's kind of sold out just to be popular and relevant. And it's just like, girl, you have talent. You can play a guitar and you can sing. Stop selling out to being like the label, but what do I got to do to be famous? How much skin do I got to show? You're telling me this is going to be a hit? All right, I'll believe you. It's like, no, just be you. Stop trying to be something that you're not. And then that haircut. Anyway.
Well, the good thing is, though, she does know how to come back from the dead since she's jumping A. Ramsey.
That theory is amazing. Yes.
It's an amazing theory. Okay, so you may be happy. Okay, so here is number 2. So before we reveal, because this is a big one, no, I'm not going to go that route. Here we go. Number 2, Lose Yourself, Eminem.
Oh, sure.
Oh, that is a certified banger. Now, the problem is with making this list, okay, is there was so much rap on here when I first made the list, right? I had 50 Cent in the club. I had, the Little John, Get Low.
Oh, man. There are so many good Lil Jons.
I had,
because he ruled that era.
Oh, yeah. I had Ludacris's, What's Your Fantasy on there?
That's, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You would have had me at a lot of Ludacris as well, too, just because those were maybe some of the last few albums that I know of where I could start front to back and listen to that whole thing.
Right. I mean, like, I had some Nelly on here. I had some big stuff on here, and I was like, no, it's all hip hop. I can't do that, you know. But it's okay because
what was that? Oh, there it is. Missy Elliott, Gossip Folk.
That's the one I was having. I also had like some rock on here. I also had Last Resort by Papa Roach. I had Chop Suey by System of a Down.
Oh man, those are huge.
I had Freak on a Leash by Korn. I had Nookie by Limp Bizkit. And I was just like, okay, let me go with the big hits first, so we can always do this list another time.
I'll say rap rock was bigger on them too. You had a lot of that era in the beginning, and then at a weird turn towards the end of the OOs, you had that to be kind of like this emo theatrical kind of a thing where you had MCR in there, you have My Chemical Romance, but I remember like Hawthorne Heights was big, or Panic at the Disco was real big.
I reckon haven't you people ever heard of? That's funny is that I made the list last night and I said, oh, I should put I Write Sins Not Tragedies. And my wife says, what? I said, yeah, the Panic at the Disco song. She goes, no, I've heard the band. What song is that? And I was like, I dive in, haven't you people? And she goes, oh, I thought it was Shut the Goddamn Door. And I was like, no, it's that Fall Out Boy, because Fall Out Boy made the list too with Sugar We're Going Down. It was that, remember that weird phase with emos in the early days where like the song titles were like a sentence or two long?
Yeah, you're right.
And you know how Fall Out Boy got their name confirmed, right?
Is it Simpsons?
Yeah.
Watch out, radioactive man.
You want to talk some Iron Will?
Yeah.
Let's talk.